Donington, and they're good for 115 miles an hour. So, red, green, and go. Straight down to the sweeping first right-hand bend at Redgate, and in the lead it's number 2, Tall Tinker. Behind him, Chambers, Steve Chambers, then Ken Irons, Philip Robles, Andy Watson, Vic Melander as they go round Redgate and on towards the demanding Craner curves. Downhill and very quick indeed. And it's still Tinker in the front. Chambers right behind him, that's number 4. Then Kenny Irons, number 5. Robles, the Frenchman. Andy Watts and Stefan Martins, number 10, there he is, the Belgian, is well up with Melander behind him. There, number 9, Melander. Now, up to McLean's and Coppice. McLean's, the right-hander, and it's still Chambers. Chambers in the lead now. Chambers leading from Tinker in second place, Irons in third. Number 3, Watts, is in fourth place, and Vic Melander, the Swede, in fifth position. Round the right-hander at Coppice, and now down the Starkey Straight and on the way under the bridge to the chicane for the first time in this 10-lap race. It's Chambers. Irons is in second place. Number 5, Irons up into second. Then Tinker, Martins, Watts, Robles, Swan and Melander. Into Redgate, lap 2, and there's 4 breaking away now. The youngest rider of all, Steve Chambers, 20 years old, number 4, is leading. Kenny Irons behind him, then Tinker, then Martins, and now look at this in slow motion as they go through the chicane, and we look at Stefan Martins, the Belgian champion in the Pro-Am class. Martins away, and now Chambers and Irons. Martins is up into third place. Tinker has dropped down into fourth position as they go down and round the right-hander, dropping away towards the Craner curves, and it looks now as they're coming into the chicane for the next time. Chambers is leading and absolutely together. It's Irons and Martins has gone up into second place. And out of the chicane, down to Redgate. Chambers, look, and Irons and absolutely together. Irons number 5, Martins number 10, battling for second position. Round Redgate, and it looks as though Steve Chambers on the very distinctive yellow-wheeled 350 Yamaha has got the lead in the bag. Look at the way he's riding. Chambers, and now up to McLean's, from McLean's to Coppice. And Stefan Martins is up into second position. That's the Belgian champion. Number 10, he's gained second place and he's gaining on Chambers, the leader. Irons is in third position. Tinker is dropping back. That's the 250 and the 350 British champion. Paul Tinker dropping back in fourth position. Now it's round Coppice, down Starkey Straight, under the bridge. First, second and third, down through the gearbox, into the chicane, and it's Chambers, Martins, Irons, Tinker, Robles there. Vic Melander has overshot. Vic Melander, the Swedish rider, has overshot the corner. He has lost 4 places in the process. And up ahead of him, it's still Chambers, Martins and Irons as they go down to the old hairpin. Steve Chambers riding beautifully, then the Belgian, then Ken Irons. Now these 3 fighting for supremacy, all of course on their 350 twin-cylinder Yamahas after the 10 points for the lead. Up to McLean's. Chambers, Irons, Martins, and Martins is coming through. Tall, rangy Stefan Martins has come up from the petrol tank. He goes into the chicane, and Chambers right behind him and gaining. Is Chambers going to retake the lead as they come down Coppice, down the Starkey Straight? He's drawing right up alongside the Belgian. They go under the bridge virtually together, and Chambers has got the inside line, and he's taken the lead. Is Martins going to get through on the inside? No, he's going up on the outside, and Kenny Irons is holding a watching brief in third position. And Martins looks over his shoulder. There is Irons coming up alongside him. He's going to lose second place. Martins has lost second place because up into second has gone Irons. Down into third has gone Martins. Chambers is still leading. Looks over his shoulder and he sees the battle for second place right behind him. Now down into the Craner curves, named after the pre-war secretary of the club, Fred Craner, and there is Kenny Irons in second place. Number 10, Martins, the Belgian, in third. And for the record, in fourth place it's Tinker, fifth is Robles, sixth is Watts, seventh is Swan, eighth is Sal, ninth is Melander, and in 10th position it's Simon Buckmaster. Down to the chicane, it's still Chambers, Irons, Martins. Round Coppice first, now down the long Starkey Straight. This is the fastest part of the course. Well over 100 miles an hour on these 350cc machines. Chambers, Irons, Martins, no change. Out of the chicane. But now it's a change. Irons goes through into the lead. Kenny Irons as lead, and now it's Martins. This is fantastic, and now it's Chambers. 3 new leaders in about 200 yards. Magnificent scrapping out of Redgate. And it's Stefan Martins now. Chambers second, Irons third. And behind them there is Philip Robles. And behind Robles is Paul Tinker, who's come up well through the field, now up into 5th place. And look at Martins. He's breaking away now from Steve Chambers. There must be all of 3 machine lengths lead, and that's a big lead in this race. Round Coppice. Martins, Chambers, Irons. Now, is the Belgian going to hold that lead? It doesn't look like it, because Chambers is coming up on the inside. But Martins holds the lead. And is he going to come out of the chicane in the lead? No! Chambers goes through. But Martins is back there again. Irons is still in 3rd position. And Martins is riding magnificently. This is the man who finished 3rd, and he's going to take the lead again. 3rd in the 250 European Championship round earlier today, and look at it again in slow motion at the chicane. Martins and Chambers behind him. Now watch Martins tuck himself away, move his weight back, and get absolutely flat over the petrol tank. Minimum wind resistance, and Martins and Chambers now are on their own, and I think Kenny Irons has had it from the point of view of winning this race, because it's now down under the bridge again, down to the chicane. Martins, Chambers, Irons, and don't forget there's a battle behind them for 4th place between Robles and Tinker, but all eyes are up at the front, and it's not exactly surprising, because round Redgate it is now Steve Chambers back in the lead, and Martins gets a real wobble on there, looks over his shoulder. There is Robles 5th, 4th, and down into the greener curves they go. Chambers, Martins, Irons, 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Robles, Tinker and Watts, 4th, 5th and 6th. Then Swan, Melander and Sal. And Buckmaster is 10th and last as the leaders come up now. And this is going to be, is Martins going to take it as they come round to Coppice? Now he's got the straight and the chicane. It's got to be now or never as far as Stefan Martins is concerned. And Steve Chambers knows that. He's absolutely flat on the tank and flat out too. Martins coming through on the inside. Chambers looked over his shoulder to the wrong side, and Martins has taken the lead as they go into the chicane for the last time. Chambers is on the outside. He's up on the curve. And Chambers crosses the line to win. Incredible, wonderful bit of riding. Steve Chambers then wins with Martins 2nd, Kenny Irons 3rd, Robles in 4th position, Tinker 5th, Watts 6th, Ray Swan in 7th position, then Melander, Sal and Simon Buckmaster. And now to the 2nd leg, the car race, all in identical MG Maestros with the grid in